as I'm doing this video, it brought me throughout the whole year, 2025. I researched what I sold, what were the best items selling in my closet, and what needed some help. So what I'll get rid of, basically. Well, I'm going to read this on and off to you as I speak in between, but I have to look because I did research it. And yes, I'm here in my pajamas. For everybody who's watching this, this came out on December 31st, 2025. And I figured I'd be in my pajamas. Happy New Year's. Okay. So, what sold the most in my closet by volume? Jewelry. Jewelry was my number one. My absolute powerhouse. This category alone dominates my closet. Now, I have a lot of jewelry in my closet, and I didn't do a ratio of what items are in my closet, but I know it doesn't overpower everything else. So, jewelry, what do you know? And as we go on, I'll tell you which pieces of jewelry were the best and maybe which ones were the worst. I'm not sure yet. So the next category was toys. And I really do think that was because of the holiday. This holiday season was good. It was really good. But I did have to lower all my prices. Yeah. Anyway, toys was number two, especially collectible and giftable pieces. Holiday. Let me tell you, I sold so many holiday things, and you wouldn't believe it. But I sell all throughout the year. I put holiday things in whenever I find them because they do sell throughout the year. I should actually look up how many holiday items sell throughout the year and give that to you at a later time. So be waiting for it. Don't hold your breath. All right. No, I'm just kidding. I'll look into it. All right. So then we have shoes, but they were solid and dependable shoes. This year, I didn't get a lot of shoe sales that were the funky shoes. I don't know why. Tops. They were consistent everyday movers. Tops move so well in my closet, not as well as jewelry, but they do sell well. So the small, shippable, giftable items were my sweet spot. And the top earners overall, these are my MVP based on earnings per listing. Amethyst clip-on earrings, purple and gold, $36. Gold tone. Sam Edelman Gildy Mary Jane slingback heels, $36. Mary Jane's this year sold more than ever for me. Crochet metallic dress, mother of the bride, Gatsby style, $32. I do not even remember what this was, but that's okay. Poinsettia and holly China pattern that is discontinued, $32. Let me tell you a little bit about this. So let's say Christmas was the 25th. So maybe the 20th, someone messaged me and said, hey, do you think these will get to me by the holiday? And I wrote back and said, I'll send them today, but I can't guarantee you what USPS is going to do. I can do my part and I will get them out today. So I did, and she sent me a love letter. She just sent how she couldn't believe that I got them there by Christmas. And I'm so surprised they got there because they were still tracking afterwards, but let's not even get into that. So these were beautiful dishes. I still have the bowls, so maybe she'll get those next. Usually people buy them when they don't have all of a set. But I'll always go for cute holiday or discontinued holiday products. A Mera leather vintage patchwork tote, $28. And now I do still have a few of those in my closet, so that's good. At least I'll know what they sold at and that they're a good seller. Lynn Chase Jaguar Jungle figurine, $28. Oh, this was beautiful. It was a very little figurine, maybe 2 inches, and it just looked like royalty. I can't even explain it, even though it was a Jaguar. John Deere melamine, I hope I'm saying that right, dinner plate set in a bundle, $28. John Deere seems to sell for me. It doesn't sell quickly, and I do like fast turnaround, but Reebok basketball sneakers, size 14, $25.60. I don't know why, but I knew these were going to sell, and I knew it would take a little while, but that was okay, because with all these different things, I paid in between $1 and $3. Lego Star Wars Rebel Trooper set, $25.60. And by the way, I did not mention these are all on Poshmark. And then the patterns jumping out that sold best were vintage plus collectible. People were loving the vintage and collectible items. Jewelry and brand name shoes were reliable wins. And licensed items like Lego, Star Wars, and John Deere. I tend to sell all of those when I buy them. Excuse me. Do tend to sell Lego and John Deere whenever it's in my closet. Star Wars on and off, but I'll always look up the comps and pick them up if they're good. So what this shows me is my closet thrives on a steady volume, not long waits for unicorn sales. Like I just said, I just don't like waiting long. And if I can get something for $1 and flip it for $30, I may not wait for that 50. But that's just what I do as a reseller. Everyone is not like that. I think I just learned over the past 6 years that I like a quick turnover. That doesn't mean that my price is low or anything like that. I will price it higher and wait for offers, but I still like a quick turnover. So I move inventory, I keep cash flowing, and I avoid dust collectors. That doesn't mean that I don't have money piles / death piles. If you don't know me, I had a thrift store. So yeah, I got lots of stuff. So seasonal and holiday listings were worth selling this year for sure. But like I said before, put them up whenever you get them. It's worth putting them up early. Sales all year from them, but around the holidays, November, if you get them, put them in by November 1st. All the way through, I'm still getting December 31st. I'm still getting holiday stuff because I think, like myself, when I look, I collect all these little holiday houses, Hallmark, and some other ones. And if I see them online and they're a good price, I'll buy them any time of year too. Like I'm looking for them now because around this time you're looking and seeing what you have and what you want more of, sadly enough. So the big picture here, and this is what I put down for myself. I have to lean in harder into jewelry and small collectibles. Now, I like this idea. Guess why? Guess. Because they're small and I don't have to take up a lot of storage space. I am getting rid of, for the most part, all of my clothing that hasn't sold in years. I'm doing that slowly. First, I'm selling it on lives, and if they don't sell, they're going to this local high school thrift shop. So branded shoes and novelty items are definitely worth me sourcing, even at modest margins. Bundles and sets quietly boost my earnings because I do put a lot of things in a bundle, even if it's one, or people will buy more bundles because I lower the price, really. So I want to talk to you about what's underperforming because I do want to give you both sides. I don't know where I put it, but I do want to give you both sides. Here we go. And I'll make it as quick as possible. So, what's underperforming in my closet based on my actual sales? So when I looked at my sales, what was not working was pretty clear. Large clothing pieces, especially unbranded or trend unclear items. These move slowly for me and tie up space. And believe me, they tie up space. Don't have a giant size inventory unless you have a warehouse or it's little things. We'll talk about that at another time. So, they require more photos, more measurements, more storage, and then don't return enough profit for the effort. And this is so true. I have to keep on saying it. So what I have to look out for is if it's not a known brand, if it's not a standout vintage piece, because I do sell vintage, and I do sell more vintage than I ever thought I would, but I don't really look for those standout pieces, or I should say I don't find them where I am. So low value home goods, single pieces, not sets. So I'm only going to buy things now if they're collectible, discontinued, and or branded, definitely holiday related. Small decor without a story just waits around like an uninvited guest. It just stays there in my closet forever and in my house. Ow! Items that are very heavy or awkward to ship. I had this, and I still have it, this big Barbie plane, right? And I knew it would sell quickly, and it did, but there was no way I could wrap it. So I had to cancel that order, and don't cancel on Poshmark right now. All right. This is December 2025. If you're watching it another time, that might have changed. So, like I said, items that are heavy or awkward. Even when these sell, they eat profit with shipping, I noticed, because it'll be more than the normal shipping, so I'll have to add a label, and then I have to pay for that. They cause more buyer questions, and they increase return risks. So my data shows these are not my strength, even if I like this item. See, that's always the problem. We buy things that we like too. That's at least my problem. I don't know if it's yours, but because I like looking at them without spending the money, I get it back and more. So items I listed because I had them. This is a big one. See, I still have, like I said, money piles because I had the thrift store. And sometimes I just list these items because they're brand new. And they're not all brand new. Some of them are pre-loved also, but I want to sell them. I paid a good price for those. They were closeouts. They weren't from thrift stores or garage sales or estate sales. So I'll still put them on. Not anymore. So this is a big one. When I list something without a clear buyer in mind, it shows. Those items sell slower, sell cheaper. Definitely cheaper, or they don't sell at all, and now I'm donating them. So here's my 2026 listing strategy, or maybe I should give this to you tomorrow, but I'll give you a little bit of it now. Let me see how much I put here. Oh, no. You're getting my 2026 tomorrow. January 1st, 2026. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I won't be in my pajamas, but if I am, I'm sorry. I just want to get this to you, and I'm going to have a series coming up. So I'll tell you about that tomorrow. I have it on my tomorrow's paperwork, and I'm going over a lot, so I'm going to have notes for the next few days because I did write things down. And I normally just write out bullets, but I can't remember everything that sold, everything that didn't sell, so I do have to look. I'm old. All right. So anyway, if you like this video, give it a like, and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more like this of my ranting and rattling on. Some people love it, some people hate it. I understand. And that's it. If you know anyone who would enjoy this content, send it over to them. And if you tune in tomorrow, I'll see you then.